shows, the number one show, not only in Corona, California, but guys, we've taken the lead in El Sobrante as well. We've extended out of Corona over to Home Gardens, past Home Gardens into El Sobrante. We are the number one show in 3 different communities now. So,
all right, we have somebody viewing in El Sobrante. Awesome.
We absolutely do. We are the number one viewed show at 11:30 on Wednesdays in El Sobrante regarding real estate, mortgages, and everything in between. So, Craig, Scott, good to see you guys.
You can add Eastvale into that as well.
Well, you know what? I can add it, but the ratings have to say it. So until I kick Corey's Carpet Care down from the number one seat over there,
okay,
it's I can't claim it.
I forgot about a feud.
Yeah, no, not a feud. He's our sponsor now. So
oh, that's right.
Yeah. So guys, for those deep stains and hard to get carpet, there's nobody else I call than Corey's Carpet Care. Craig, question for you.
This is a rough day. Go for it.
Well, no, we've had a guest in our presence. No, this is rough. I'm not even going to go there. Never mind. I was going to ask you about the artifact behind you, but never mind. Scott, well, I'm going to say it now. We've had a guest in our presence this whole time, and Craig hasn't introduced us to this guest that is it. There it is. Who's in the urn, Craig?
And nobody.
Oh, I thought it was
no urn. Actually, I keep my dead family members somewhere else.
Okay. It could have been a friend. I don't know what it is. It could have been your dog.
Yeah.
I think this would be for flowers, but you know what? Honestly,
well, guys, if I ever pass, will you keep me in the show?
I will keep you in. I'll do it. I'll do it.
I've jokingly said that I'm going to give away trinkets.
I've got tequila
like party
there.
favors. There's tequila in that one?
No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, well, you and I will get Scott. I guarantee you, Scott and I will be doing the show live with you next week if that was the case.
Yeah. It doesn't look like a tequila flask, like
it does.
Huge. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Like the something azul, whatever that stuff is.
Casa Azul. It's got that look. Needs the belt on top.
I just noticed.
Oh, this?
I haven't seen you in like a month.
Yes. Well, it only got shaved off yesterday because it hadn't been shaved in a month. I was looking like the lead guitar player from ZZ Top, and I decided since I can't play guitar, I can't pull that off. So, which by the way, a little trivia question for you here. You know the ZZ Top song "Legs"?
Yeah.
You know she's got legs. She knows how to use them.
Yeah.
Do you have any idea who that song was written about?
No.
Ted?
I have zero clue.
The wonderful and awesome and recently passed Tina Turner.
Oh, that makes sense. Yeah.
Billy Gibbons, who is the lead of ZZ Top, was dating Tina Turner and wrote that song. And that song was one of the launch point songs for MTV back in the day when they were just kicking off. So a little bit of trivia for you guys today.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Very, very cool. And I had heard, never researched it to find out, but I'd heard that the girls in Shark Dressed Man were their girlfriends. They were all, and those were, for the 80s, those were hot girls. So,
Billy is an artist. He is a writer. Clearly, he is a player, guitar player, and a great manager of all things celebrity and music. And so it only makes sense that he would also have a beautiful, either girlfriend or spouse, whatever it was at the time.
Yeah, or maybe he could have been spouse, but anyway.
Yeah, whatever it was. But
Craig, is that a Travis Matthews shirt you're wearing?
No, it's Mopar.
Okay.
Flipped that switch, didn't I?
You flipped it.
And
It's
Yes.
funny because I looked up Mopar M logo golf shirt and the Travis Matthew popped up. So
Yeah, I walked into a golf shop, and they actually had like a place where you could video golf or whatever, but I don't know, whatever it is, you're hitting into you're actually hitting the ball. Anyway, I walk in and they're like, "Oh my gosh, cool, we got a golfer in here." And they had just opened. It was like their first night. And they're like, because I was wearing this shirt, and it's I guess a golf guy. I know nothing about the brand, but they're like, "Yeah, you want to hit some?" I'm like, "No, I suck at golf." They're like, "Yeah, but you're wearing the golf shirt, the Travis whatever his name is." I'm like, "Oh, is that what it is?" So
I've seen you wear that before, or another M in my head. I keep thinking, because I used to be a Mopar guy, and that's very, very similar to the Mopar logo.
Very similar. Yeah.
So, Craig, enough exciting news about this. Where are we at in the market of Corona today?
I couldn't tell you today,
Yeah.
but I'm going to assume that we're in the same area. Hold on one second. Now that my computer is booted up,
yeah,
it's been a heck of a morning.
Well, Craig,
we
can, while you're looking at the market, we can tell you that it's interesting on the mortgage side. We saw rates pop up and pop up relatively significantly over about a 3-day period, but they dropped back again, which we see as a really, really good sign. So we're excited about that. And I think it's I hope that we continue to see the trend that way. We've got deals that we're working on, and seems like a lot of deals where we're getting really close on DTIs, and they need every dollar they can.
Those higher rates,
when those rates go up, it can really make.
An area that really often gets overlooked is just the ability to do FHA loans, though, where we're finding better. And it's just kind of funny though, better rates with EMI. It's actually not better to get the lower rate. And so I've done a loan comparison where at a 3/4 point interest rate higher, and the payment's actually a little bit lower, but the huge advantage with those FHAs is that 3.5% down. I mean, that's hard to touch. And they allow very high DTI, much higher than we see in just a traditional conforming loan. And they're great with rental income. So if you want to do like a multi-unit, Craig Yace has joined us twice today. Oh, you popped in. You're doing your computer. You're sharing it, right? No, you can switch over if you want. Behind the scenes action. I saw Craig log in on his computer, and it popped up in the green room, if you will, of our software we use here. So
you don't want me to switch. Let's just keep going. Just keep going.
Speaking of the FHAs, well, just one more thought on that FHA loan, and then Scott, I'll let you go. They do allow non-occupied co-borrowers, which I found to be interesting. So I have a client of mine who's looking to help their parents get an FHA loan. The parents don't qualify with their income, so the daughter, who's a non-occupied co-borrower, can be used to qualify on the FHA loan. So pretty interesting.
Well, and I've got another little interesting tidbit to share that too. So, there are programs that allow you to borrow the other 3.5%, right? But a lot of times what you'll find is the other 3.5%, because when you do that, the rates are a little bit higher, right? So it gets harder to make the DTI requirements. But we have lenders that because it's a separate loan, right? So you get one loan for 96.5%, and you got a second loan for 3.5%.
Piggyback second.
The piggyback second. But on that piggyback second, we can take a co-borrower just on the piggyback. So if the DTI from them taking on the piggyback puts them over the top, they can bring in a co-borrower, and the co-borrower only has financial responsibility for that 3.5%, not 96. Yeah, so it's
that makes sense. That makes sense. Yeah. Separate loan.
Yeah, but so you think about it. If you just you have a friend, you bring them on, and because it could be scary to help a friend over help on a complete mortgage and cosign.
Yeah.
But 3.5%, or a child, that's not so bad. And anyways, there's some there's some good programs out there for that. So if people will take the time to really look at it and investigate, there are some opportunities, even if you have little or really no money to put down, as long as you've got the qualifying income and can document it. Because documentation is key on FHA loans.
I can tell you with any loan. The key to, if people want to watch this,
not on DSCR.
Oh yeah,
that's true. Well, yeah, that's true. Very limited. So there's a huge advantage to that. So you bring a great example. But I was just saying in general.
Yes. Yeah.
Just for good advice for people watching. People always ask us how long does it take to get through the process. It really depended on your ability to get us the information and be responsive to the underwriter's request. So what happens is we have our standard, application we submit in with the standard information. They get what's called a conditional approval, and they send out conditions, and they want to ask questions. They're going to ask questions that seem ridiculous. They always are. I guarantee it. Your ability to respond to that and get those into us to turn that into the lender dictates how fast and smooth this process goes. If you take your sweet time or you're inconsistent with your returning the answers, then it's going to take forever to get through it. And frankly, you could end up getting into some trouble with your lock because you have 30 days to get this thing done with the locked rate. And what happens is we can extend it, and there's usually a cost to that. And every time you extend it, there's a cost, and it becomes a snowball, which you don't want to get in. So my advice is get organized, get prepared, and be responsive, and these things go really smooth.
Plus,
I look at one other piece really, really quickly to that, because very well said. The other thing is, because a lot of people know they're going to have to come up with money for the down payment, obviously, if they're not doing a no down payment kind of loan, and they also have to have money that's been seasoned in their account. So, if you're moving money between accounts, to put it in an account to give you the kind of liquidity you're looking for, you got to have documentation for all of that if you're going for a full doc loan. So, we had a recent client that, it just got held up because it took them forever to get that piece of documentation, and it should be simple. And we had told them about it months ago. So anyway, it's just everybody's got to work together to get those deals over the hump, because we can close deals in 2 weeks. But you got to be prepped. You got to have good stuff. Yeah. So,
and I've had clients who don't understand or even like that. Like, it's my money. Why do I need to document it? Well, because the bank wants it documented, and a lot of the things that we need to do, or that you guys need to do, is dictated by Fannie Freddie, right? If you're doing one of those government what do they call them? Conforming loans, or FHA, VA loans. They're all dictated by somebody else. So, and the bank is loaning you $500,000 or 700, whatever the dollar amount is. They're kind of they can call the shots. You may not like it, but they'll have to give you the money. So
I know that even in a competitive environment, there are rules that they have to follow, and some of those rules have been put in place to protect consumers, to make sure that they don't get loans that they can't afford, right? Because of some unscrupulous things that were done in the past. And we all pay that price, because now we have to document when it comes to a full doc, loan. I mean, there are loans where you don't need full doc, but for those that you do, you got to have that stuff.
I'm going to give you a perfect example of the other side of things that's super easy.
Yeah.
We're doing an asset depletion loan right now, and different lenders have different requirements. The specific lender I'm working with is phenomenal. If you have 125% in liquid funds, it could be in your stock, retirement account, liquid, your bank, cannot be in other real estate. If you have 125% of the value of the home, that's all I need to qualify you. I don't care what you do for a living. I don't care what your W-2s are. Don't even ask. I need your FICO score. I need proof that you have that money. I need a record of it for 6 months. And you're approved. And that we can knock out in 14 days easily. And by the way, guys, I'm going to turn this on here.
Quick question.
New comments show. Hold on. I can't. It's not showing. Yeah, there it is. Look, Sunburst Casey gave us a wink.
Hey.
There you go.
Hey,
Wow.
Sunburst, thank you.
Yeah, thank you. I'm going to turn that off now. Oh, no, it's still there. Hold on. I'll leave it there. Wait. How's that work?
There you
Chat
go.
overlay. Yeah.
All right.
Oh, I know. I can click on the actual thing and then it'll pop up there. So we're going to turn that off now. So thought you guys would appreciate that.
Yeah, that's awesome. And
Yeah.
and does it say where Sunburst Casey's from?
Yeah, it's actually Dean. That's his disguised.
Okay.
No, it says Facebook. It's a Facebook. Could be yours, Craig. It could be mine. It could be our real estate mortgage insider. I'm not sure. But there's definitely a message from Sunburst Casey that gave us a link.
Oh, link. Well,
Yeah,
there you go.
Love our information. That's all we can say. So that's great.
That's it.
Hey, I had a quick question on the asset depletion.
Yeah.
You said 125%. You mean of the loan amount, correct?
Yes.
Of the home value, yeah, well, the loan amount, because you put your down payment, which is typically going to be 20%, and then the 125% of that would be the value. Yes.
Okay.
Now there are other ways to do it where we can look at the total amount and divide it by say 60 months. But that particular lender uses that qualification, and it's super simple. So
That seems safer, right?
Well,
If you've
yeah.
had the money there for 5 years, it's probably not going anywhere.
yeah, I mean, they only require 6 months. It's not. I mean, 6 months isn't that? So,
I just meant for the bank,
Yeah.
that one bank wants to know, hey, has the money been here for at least 6 months? Well, yeah, but the minute I close on this loan, I'm depleting those assets.
sure. Well, but for them, there's all these times where you deal with high wealth clientele.
Mhm.
That you know what? I got the money. I don't want it to go through all this crap, right?
Mhm.
Now I'll tell you. I can give you two different scenarios. One is going to be, and Scott, we've had a high wealth guy we dealt with in the past, and we had to go bank statements.
Right.
And 10% down versus 20. The rate is going to be higher because there's no mortgage insurance on it.
Right.
And so the process for him, if we would have done asset depletion, this thing would have been so painless and easy for him. He didn't want, and he's a busy guy, multiple businesses. He doesn't want to have to deal with sending all these things in, tracking your statements, doing all this stuff. Sending me your P&L and your schedule, all these different schedules. Who wants to do all that? Or show me your bank account, 6 months, and you're done.
Yeah.
The downside is you had to put 20% down versus 10% down.
Mhm.
So,
yeah, but when you're dealing with somebody that has that kind of funding available to them, it's not a big deal.
shouldn't be a big deal.
Shouldn't be.
And you know what? And that's also the reason somebody like that has so much money is they're smart enough not to use their own money to buy real estate. They
Mhm.
leverage, even though they have the money, they leverage the bank's money because it's so cheap, and they know that they can use the remaining funds to leverage themselves in either more real estate or more businesses that they're operating, where they're probably returning, a very significant amount of money. Certainly, he is. So,
Yeah.
And you know what? And Craig, just interestingly enough, on this deal that Ted was talking about,
Mhm.
he'd worked with other lenders, couldn't get him approved.
He worked at,
So-
really?
Well, this particular gentleman came to me through me going and I was actually looking at some investment properties for myself, and I went to some open houses, made some relationship with the lender. I think I talked about this last week, but they reached out and said, "Hey, this guy's been denied from our in-house lender." And I can tell you, most builders have very, very small boxes that you have to fit to meet their
Right.
criteria. They
Right.
do not usually offer kind of out of the box, programs that we offer. So there's good opportunity there to meet with these realtors and say, look, go ahead and throw them through your thing, but if that doesn't work, then call me. Well, that happened, and I reached out to the borrower's realtor because he had representation, smart, and he said my guys had a loan officer prior to going into the builder. He's going to go with them. I said, okay, well, I'm here. For some reason, you guys hit a wall and need me to look at it. Give me a call. Well, they hit that wall, so there's 2 denials there. I had the guy approved in 24 hours, and we're
Wow.
close next week.
Wow.
Again, it's knowing what you know and what programs you have access to. With Nexa Mortgage, we have over 200 lenders. We've got thousands of programs. And Scott and I know a lot of the programs, and if we don't know them, we know where to find the answer, and we have the resources to do it. And that's the advantage of working with a broker like us that has a big net of lenders. Because, the guy we worked with before, great loan officer, really good. He had 10 lenders that we worked with, and if in his mind, they fit all the boxes. So our risks were tight. I didn't even know about asset depletion when we worked with them. Honestly, it didn't even exist in our world there. That didn't exist. And so we were working within those lines that we had available to us. So not everybody's created equal in this.
Right. That's the case with many things, right?
That's true.
Yeah. Well, that's a great story.
Hey, Craig, did Ted break up for you, or did he just break up?
No, he didn't break up, but it's weird to explain it. I think it's reverb, kind of like, in my office, sounds bouncing around. It's probably hard to connect. You're breaking up, though. Not right now, but you were earlier. This has been a fun show, technology-wise.
Yeah.
So, I'm telling you guys now, this trio is never breaking up. We're the three amigos.
Never.
One for all and all for one.
That's it.
Hey, back to Corona, since my computer's up and running.
Yeah.
I bet I've got really good internet now. No, still bad. Corona. What do we have last week, Ted? Do you remember?
127.
Okay. We've got 138 homes on the market.
Woo! Scott, what percentage jump is that?
From what to what?
127 to 138.
Well, it's about 9%, something like that.
And then we're back to less than a month's worth of inventory. We have 134 homes. Oh, no. Now we have just a little bit over a month. 134 homes sold in the last 30 days. That's not the right way to look at the amount of inventory. You need a little bit more of a snapshot. I'm just looking back 30 days. But all that and it's actually been pretty consistent, right? Been bouncing around the one.
Between 120 and 140 for the last 7 months. Now, my question for you is this. I know that you were working with a buyer, I believe. You were looking at homes over the weekend. What's the feel? What's the energy when you're going out there now in today's market with that low inventory, not a lot of houses in the market? Is it different in the air, if you will, when you're out there talking to realtors and you're looking at homes? Or
no, I mean, we've been kind of, even though inventory is much lower than it has been, but we've been kind of in this weird spot for years now. So, people know they've got to prep their clients. They know they've got to be pre-approved. They know that, they have to make the best offer possible. And we've only had a couple of pockets of time within these, I would say since the crash, honestly, we've had these little pockets of time, like a few months or a couple of, half a year, where we didn't have to be as aggressive. But it didn't go on for very long. Something would shift, interest rates would drop again, or something would shift and change the climate back to, hey, you better be strong and ready to go and offer more and all that kind of stuff. So we've just been living here for so long, it seems like normal.
Yeah.
So, but like you said, get with the right person, and they know how to navigate these waters, right?
100%.
And I've been navigating for a long time, so I might be that right person.
Certainly for Corona, California, you are.
and surrounding areas. Remember that. And
El Sobrante.
Homeland. No, not
Home Garden. Home Garden's an area over there, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, do you guys laugh? Do you laugh the thought that I'm over here looking at a map for these cities to bring up? Do you think about the work I'm doing in the background to bring these facts to the show that where we're number one at?
Yeah, we don't have a production staff. I mean, this is amazing that you can manage.
We do have a staff, and you're looking at them.
And Scott was our note taker until he went off the grid.
Yeah, until I went AWOL. Yep, I was
Yeah.
I was the man. That's for sure. I can get you notes again after today's show, so no problem.
Yeah, you know, on Ted's Tech Tip a couple weeks ago, we learned that YouTube, that ChatGPT will do for you now.
Bingo.
Oh, is that right?
It does.
I don't remember that.
You didn't? Yeah. So I actually take the show and I summarize it, and then I put it into the blog.
Oh,
And,
okay. Yeah. No, I thought you meant like ChatGPT would look at the video or look at the transcript or something.
It does.
It does.
Oh,
Exactly what I mean. Here, let's go.
Yeah.
To the day. Hold on. No, watch. Hold on. Let me. Let's see over here. I'm gonna open a YouTube. Now, pro tip: don't do it right after the show. It takes a little while.
You could take our morning show from today.
Yeah, it sometimes it takes a little time, but here's our show an hour ago. You guys see my screen?
Yeah.
Okay, let me bring it over so I can see you guys still. Okay, there we go. Now you open Mortgage Insider Show. There we go. And then you go over here where it says transcript. See, it's not available yet. So that's what I'm saying. Pro tip is don't do one an hour after. So let's go to let's go to last week. Grab Aaron and I talking. And then transcript. There you go. Take that transcript and take that in the ChatGPT.
Uh-huh.
And then you ask it to summarize.
I do three things with it. New chat. I say take this video summary and create a title, short 220 character summary, and blog style post. Then do that. And I know I didn't type right, but it actually is better than me than spelling. Look at that. It gives you your title, gives you your summary, and gives you your post. Right there.
You can ask it for hashtags too, but
I forgot to do that.
Yeah, they're not great at that yet. It will be, but not yet.
Oh no, watch this. Hold on. Add hashtags and icons. Stop generating. We should add some icons in there too. There's some hashtags right there. So anyways, you guys get the idea?
Yep.
Yeah.
Pretty awesome.
Fun stuff.
All right. Well, guys, it's been fun. We're 28 minutes into the show. We've got deals to get to. We had a loan close today, so ring the bell for that. And a couple more in the pipeline to get to the finish line here. So,
Awesome.
Craig, any closing thoughts on Corona?
Closing thoughts. Well, it's heating up, and the market's been hot. So give me a phone call. And this is funny. The one thing I never thought I would do as a realtor is sweat. But I used to knock doors quite a bit. I'd sweat. I get out there and show homes in 110-degree heat if I need to. It's never really 110 in Corona, but you know what I'm saying.
Yes.
I sweat. I run. I climbed over fences and gates to get into homes for my clients. That'll work up a sweat. And so, I don't even know where I was going with that, but I sweat.
So that's why you wear a cool, breathable golf shirt.
Yeah.
Because you were a working man. You were a working agent. You were a working man's agent. You're the prime example of a working man's agent that gets out there and gets the job done. Doesn't matter what it takes to do it. You just do it.
I usually wear 2 shirts, which may be why I'm sweating just standing in the heat.
Are you sweating right now?
Yeah, you know what? I went for a run. I forgot about our show.
Yeah.
And I thought, I'm just going to go out for a quick run when I remembered about the show. And I thought, man, I don't know if I have enough time to cool down. I'm still warm from that run. And I've jumped in the pool. to cool down, and I took a shower, and AC's on.
You just rammed that hard, Craig.
Good run. It's a good run.
Craig, we need to get a couple big deals in Corona, so you can get yourself one of those ice baths, and you can just go do a 6-minute ice bath, and that will most definitely cool you down. And we have to say, guys, anybody out there, you're looking to list a home or sell a home anywhere in the Corona area, Craig is the man to see. He knows it like nobody else. We talk to Craig all the time. We talk to Craig every single week, and always very informed about what's going on. So
I'm ready.
Scott, if you're going to make anywhere home, make coronahome.com.
Yes.
On the interweb.
That's right.
Yes.
All right, guys. For Craig Yace, for Scott Benson, I'm Ted Hicks. You guys have a